Wild mushrooms straight from the bloody forest. Look at the size of this thing. The humidity in here is crazy, dude. That's the remains of a fish head, man. That is a massive fish. Dude. Oh my God, look at the fish jumping here, man. Oh, it's fish. Oh my gosh, look at them all. I'm gonna try not to poison or kill ourselves. I actually think that you can eat this thing. What is going on, my doggies? Welcome back to another video. If I've ever been excited about a video, this one is what is getting me excited. Look at where we are right now. Now, the reason that I'm so goddamn excited is because we are right smack bang in the middle of Europe right now. And I am completely out of my comfort zone. I've got no idea about the terrain. I've got no idea about the area that I'm in. I've been dropped off by Mac 10 on the side of the road. We've got a backpack, we've got a fishing net, we've got a couple of fishing rods here, the trusty noodle rod, and that's it. It's you and me in the middle of a forest for the next day, the next night, maybe a day or two, depending on how things pan out. But dude, if I've ever been excited, this is the one. Look at this place, dude. This is crazy, man. Last week, we were in Australia. We were cooking big, juicy mud crabs around a fire. Not only that, we were cooking beautiful, fresh rabbit, rotisserie style around a fire. Now, I'm smack bang in the middle of a European forest. And to be honest, I've got no idea where I'm going, what I'm doing, but this is gonna be so fun. Is that a mushroom, dude? It's just this random mushroom, just like sitting on the bottom of the forest floor. I know, like Mac 10, when she dropped me off, she said there's a heap of mushrooms around here. Don't eat them if you don't know what they're like, but that's a mushroom, dude. I would love to find a couple of mushrooms and eat them, but I have no idea. Is that poisonous? Is it not? Let me know in the comments. You will notice on my backpack here right now, I've got no camping equipment, I've got no tent, no sleeping bag, nothing like that. Mac 10 is running around like a headless chook back in the main town, trying to figure out somewhere where, trying to figure out if I'm allowed to camp here, if I'm not allowed to camp here. If I am, she's gonna do a little drop for me. So she's gonna drive down somewhere, she's gonna drop off some camping stuff, she's gonna put coordinates in my phone, and then I'll find out where that is. So this is gonna be a hell episode, man. I don't even know, we don't know what's going on. Look at that thing, dude. Now that does not look like it's gonna be good for you. I'm not even gonna touch that thing. What I'm doing right now is I'm just following a compass. So I'm walking in the north direction. If I walk that way, it's about a 2-hour walk. If we just keep following the north on the compass, we should hit where I'm trying to end up. Well, if it sounds like I'm a little bit blocked up, well, that's because I actually am. We're at the airport 2 days ago, and there's a lady literally barking like a Doberman, like coughing right here, right next to my face. And whatever disease she had, she gave me. So if I sound a little bit blocked up, that's because I am. It's actually starting to get super dense in here, man. What I gotta do, I gotta cross this little gully. It looks like it sort of like really drops down into like a sort of a riverbed, and I don't have any sort of protection on the tip of the noodle rod here. So what I gotta do is, I'm just gonna have to carry the noodle rod because it's getting really thick and the tip of the rod keeps hitting the trees and I can't snap the tip off my rod. We've got to christen the noodle rod in Europe. We've got to get a fish on this rod. But this is what it looks like now. It's getting kind of thick. And I've got to sort of come down this ravine here. It's a noodle rod in hand. Shouldn't snap the tip off. Oh man. The humidity in here is crazy, dude. My sunglasses are like fully steaming up. There's a little riverbed here, check that out. If there was water in here, I'd drop the noodle rod, but there is none. Here we go, there's a little track here, look at this. All right, we're off to a great start here. I just pulled over, sat down, I started having a little bit of a drink of water, and I noticed on the side of my bag we ain't got no fishing net left. Somewhere along the line, I've dropped the fishing net. It's got either stuck on a tree and been ripped off. So what we're gonna have to do now is backtrack the whole walk until we find that net. And everything looks the same in here. Like, I don't even know if we're gonna find the net, but I'm gonna backtrack and see if we can pick that net up again. It must have just pulled off the clip on the backpack as I was walking somewhere, but we're gonna have to do a little bit of backtracking. Oh yeah, look at this. Oi, we found it. Field day, you dumbass. There it is there, look. Right there, fishing net. Caught up in the tree. Oh yes. Let's go fishing. Now I don't know much about this area, but that there, they look like wild mulberries. Pretty sure they're wild mulberries, man. Or mulberries, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, we're getting a couple of these. Couple of cheeky little wild mulberries for the walk. Oh, that's sour. They're sour little bombs. Dude, that's a hell of a little treat. Yes. Look at this. Water. There's water down there. We've made it. Well, man, we're up on a massive, massive cliff here. We've got to get all the way down there. Look at this, dude. Oh my goodness. Dude, there's a sailboat out there. Oh man. Look at this place, man. It's hectic. The water's actually pretty clear. There's little bait fish in here. Bait fish just there. There's another little yacht. There's a boat. There's another boat. Dude, this is so gnarly. I don't ever really, if you guys watch the videos, I ain't no freshwater fisherman, right? I don't freshwater fish ever. And this just feels really, really strange, but at the same time, it feels epic. We've made it down to this river. And dude, I'm excited. It looks sick. There's bait fish in the water. What I did was I walked in from the forest side. So there's heaps of people on this lake, like on boats, and I don't know what they're doing. They're just cruising around on boats and stuff. But I walked in from the forest side, so we don't have anyone on this side of the river. Everyone's on the other side. So we've basically got this whole entire side of the river to ourselves. It looks like it on the map anyway. You can't get here unless you walk in, which we just did. And dude, this is pretty cool. I'm gonna be just frothing out if I get one fish today. Dude, it's a fish head. That's the remains of a fish head. That's massive. Are you kidding me? That's the remains of a fish head, man. That is a massive fish. Oh, it stinks, bro. Dude, that thing was a massive fish head. What they get in these rivers is like massive, massive catfish. They grow like 2.5 meters. I'm guessing that was a catfish head. It was big, dude. If we hook up to one of them, we're gonna know all about it on the noodle rod. I'm just gonna walk up and down these banks, just be very observant of my surroundings. I'm looking at the bait fish in the water, sort of matching the size of the fish. Also what I'm doing, I'm just looking down on this little tide line here. I wouldn't call it a tide line, we're nowhere near the ocean, but you can obviously see this is where the water pushes up. And this is where you go treasure hunting. I thought that was a fishing float. But there's a lot of stuff washed up along here, so I'm just gonna scavenge through it, see if I can't find some fishing gear and sort of match my match the way we go. But I'm just gonna go for a quick walk, have a look around, and then we'll start fishing. There are heaps and heaps of little bait fish. I don't know if you can see that in the polarized sunglasses, but there's heaps of little bait fish. They're all about this big, sitting down there in that shallows there. I'm gonna try to match my lure to that piece of bait. That's where I want to get to, that little headland there. We just got to climb across these rocks. We're gonna get to this headland. There's a stupid amount of boats, man. There's boats everywhere. I suppose it is the European summer right now. We're no longer in Australia. Ah! All right, we've made it to this little headland, and it's safe to say that the field day's a little bit excited. If we can get a fish on the noodle rod first up, I'm going to be that frothed out. And then if we do get a fish on the noodle rod, I'm going to try something a little bit different. Never done it before. That's a fly fishing reel. We've got a fly reel. We've also got a fly rod. So we might even try a little bit of fly fishing while we're here. Beginner fly fishing, let me tell you. But I'm going to pick a lure. I'm going to start piffing lures out here. There's two fish in particular that I'm going to try to target today. One's called a pike. The other one is called a zander or a sander or something like that. Zander. It's like this. They're meant to be really good eating, beautiful white flesh fish, and they do live in this lake behind me. So they're the two fish I'm trying to target, but I will take anything right now. Doesn't even matter if it's this big, man. Just a fish. First fish in Europe, that's all I'm after. But if we can get one of them zander, dude. This here is the little lure that I'm going to be piffing straight up. It basically matches the exact size of the bait fish that we've seen up on that corner there. Same size and very, very similar color. So I'm trying to match the bait fish in this river as much as I can, and that's pretty close. So we're going to start piffing this. This is a floating stick bait. I'm just going to work it on the surface. See how we go. Oh, big, big. See that? See those rings right there, man? A fish just come up and boof something right there. Dude, that means they're feeding on the surface. No way. Let's go. Here we go. First ever cast. Let's go, doggies. Swah! Oh, the noodle rod sends it 50 meters out. Come on. Just gonna twitch this little stick bait on the surface. See how we go. There is definitely fish feeding here, man. There was a big splash just on the backside of that little rock. Oh, look at the fish out there, dude. Dude, this is hectic. There's actually fish jumping out of the water, getting chased by stuff. Bro, are you kidding me? Big splash, man. Big splash around this corner here. Look at this, as if there's not a fish on the edge of that big cliff there just waiting for a little bait fish to drop in. Oh yes, look at this. Oh my goodness, what a cast. Come on, eat that up. Big boof on the surface. Sa! Pa! Pa! Oh, it's fish. Fish on, fish on. Noodle rod on. We got a fish. It's not big. What is that coming? What is that thing? Oh, we got fish on. That, oh, fish on, fish on, fish on. Oi, 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 oi. Don't you dare, don't you dare. Fish on, doggy. What is that thing? Oh, we got fish. We have got fish. That thing's beautiful, man. Look at this. What I did was, I changed over to this little grub plastic because it's quite hot out here right now. So I thought I'd try to fish the bottom or like mid-water. About 15 casts with that little plastic, and we got fish on. Look at this thing, it's about 45 centimeters, 40 centimeters. That's a beautiful looking fish, man. All right, I've got to figure out what he is. Bro, are you kidding me right now? Wait, that thing didn't even put up a fight, man. It just boofed that little plastic, and then I just literally just wound it in like a dead weight. Don't tell me all the fish around here don't put up a fight. That thing didn't even put up a fight whatsoever. But dude, we got a fish on the deck. Froth levels are extremely high. What I gotta do, I gotta get my little rule book out, and I've got to have a look. That fish, I'm pretty sure, is called an ASP. I can't pronounce the actual name, so I'm just going to drop the actual name there on the screen, but it's got to be 40 centimeters to keep it legally, and we can eat it. I'm legally allowed to keep 2 fish a day in this country, so let's see if this thing goes 40 centimeters. I reckon we're pretty close. Oi! He's slippery, bro. Look at that thing. All right, let's quickly get a measure on him. We'll get him back in the water if he's not big enough, but what are we going? Oh, brass, we're 44. From the nose to the tail, it's about 44. So that thing, it's beautiful. What I got down here, I'm pretty sure you got to do it by law as well, is have this like keeper net. So I'm just going to keep him alive in this net. We might be able to upgrade, I don't know. Let's get him back in the water. We'll keep him in this net down here. Doggies, the noodle rod got the job done. Oh, I'm frothing out, man. That was so sick. So that's called an ASP. I've just done a little bit of research on that fish. It's not really the best eating fish. People like target them for fishing, catch and release style fishing. If that's a catch and release fish, man, that is one of the most pathetic fighting fish I've caught in my entire life. It literally just boofed the lure and that was it. I just wound it in, had a little thrash at the shore and it was all game over. But dude, 43 centimeters, I'll take that any day of the week. We've only been fishing for about an hour and a half, probably hour 40, hour 30 minutes. And we've got a fish on the deck, man. I'm stoked. You can eat them. They say they don't taste too bad. But what the best tasting fish in this river is that zander or sander or whatever it is. So that is what I'm still trying to catch. Dude. Oh my God, look at the fish jumping here, man. Like, check this shit out. Shut up, man. Shut up. Dude, there are fish. Oh, there are fish getting boofed everywhere, man. Eat it up. Did you guys see all those bubbles? Oh my gosh. Here we go, doggies. The fly rod is out. Let's see if we can't get a fish on fly. There's not a lot of fish right now. It's like this, right now it's like midday, so I don't think it's a great time to be fishing. I think dawn and dusk is the best time for these zander. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start flicking a couple of flies around. There's a lot of fish feeding on the surface. I'm not too sure if they're big or not, but let's put a fly in front of one and see if we can't get a fish on. I've been fishing for a fair whack now. We've had no luck. This is the only fish we got. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook this fish up. We're not gonna cook him with fire though. We're gonna cook him a little bit of a different way. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna knock the scales off him. I'm gonna knock a fillet off each side and then we're gonna pack up our bags and I'm gonna walk over. We're gonna try to find a bank to fish so I can use the fly rod a little bit easier. In the background here, we've got trees and stuff going on everywhere. So let's rip a couple of fillets off this thing, cook him up and we're gonna get moving. Oh, did you see that fish just jump out there, dude? That's, man, I've been fishing for so long. I don't know what they are, but they're not taking lures. Whatever those fish are, they jump, but they're not eating. Don't know. Dude, that meat is white. Look at the color of this meat, dude. Oh, big rib cage, that's probably what they're talking about. Those ribs are hectic. That is a beautiful looking fillet, man. There are quite a few pin bones up the top section here, but apart from that, that is beautiful white meat. I'm stoked with that, dude. Battery box full of GoPro batteries. That's going to be our chopping board because I've got nothing else out here. Beautiful fish fillet, straight on there. They've got a lot of pin bones I've noticed down the middle. So I'm just going to follow that pin bone line. Just go the whole way down the fish. Flip him up. Take that other section out. This top section seems pretty good. They've got a few bones there. But that's not bad, dude. So these fish have definitely got a couple of bones in them. But what I'm doing, I just got a leatherman here and I'm just bloody pincing these bones out. It's not that hard, really. I'm just gonna get the whole line of bones out of the back there and we've got a beautiful fillet of fish. It's gonna be a big chunk of meat with not one bone in it. Have a go at that there. We got some fish on the cook right now. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stick that in my backpack. We'll give it an hour And what's going to happen, that lemon juice will just slowly cure that fish. I've cut it up into quite small pieces, so it should cook pretty quickly. But we're going to have a hell little snack. I'm going to chuck that in the backpack, obviously down like that, so no liquid falls out, because we've got one hell of a walk ahead of us. But that's it, doggies. We've got a little bit of fish cooking right now. Lemon and little shallots in a drink bottle. That's going to be good. I'll give it an hour and a half. We're going to be eating. Every now and then I'll just give it a quick little spin like that and get that lemon juice going around. But we're on. We've been walking for a fair stint at this point. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find myself a little bit of phone reception so I can get a hold of Mac 10 and see if she sort of sorted us out with some camping equipment. But I'm walking through this very, very dense part of the forest. I've sort of found this track. I'm following this track. It looks like it should lead me to the top of the hill where I should get for some phone reception. But if you look down here, man, there is so much animal activity. I reckon they might be pigs. Like, you can see just dig holes all over this place. Could be like big wild boars, or I'm not too sure, but you wouldn't want to come across a big wild boar out here right now. I've been walking for a bloody long time. We have destroyed this here, which is in my pocket. If I can just get it out. That's what's left of the fish we made. 2 lemons. I actually forgot to film it, but I've eaten the whole lot. It was bloody delicious. There were a couple of bones still in that fish meat, but first thing we've eaten all day. I'm not complaining, it was bloody beautiful. I probably should have filmed it, but I was just in full hiking zone mode. But that's all we got left, 2 lemons. That was a nice little feed. Oh, I gotta keep walking up this hill, try to get some phone reception, find out if we got the camping equipment sorted out or not. But we'll be in touch. I'll see you when I'm looking at you. I've still got a bloody long walk, and that sun over there is racing down very, very quickly, so we've got to keep moving. Look at this track. I'm just following these random tracks in the middle of a forest. I have no idea where I am right now. Oi! Good bloody morning to you. Look at this thing. We've just got serious with this fishing adventure. Yesterday, what I said yesterday to you guys, I wanted to camp in the forest. Mac 10 tried her hardest to organise camp gear for me. It was a very, very last second decision. She couldn't find any camp gear, and I said to her, babe, I'm just gonna make a little shelter with these incredibly good sticks that they have in the forest. She's like, man, isn't there bears here? And I was like, oh shit. So we ain't gonna be doing any survival videos in this particular part of Europe, but dude, we got a quad, we're going fishing, the sun isn't even up yet, it is early. I'm as sick as a dog. Let's rip in. Let's get it! This is living, doggies, this is living! Bro! Oi man, there's a deer up there on the hill. Are you kidding? Oi, there's a deer up there, man. It's gonna bust out the good old-fashioned dad cam. Check this deer out up there. Oh, it's a baby. Oh man. Well, that's pretty dope. The first deer I've ever seen in Europe just hanging out in the woods. That's killer. All right, we're going fishing. Yeah, baby. Oh, bro, look at the water. That is like a dead glass off. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. Look at this, bro. That water's incredible. Here we go. Fly rod is set up and ready for a flogging. If we can get a fish on fly today, I am going to be so frothed out. But dude, if we don't, it doesn't matter because... Are you serious? Check this out. There's not a breath of wind. There's no noise right now. It's dead quiet. Sun's just rising over there. Someone's had a fire here last night. Fire's still pumping. We may take advantage of that fire later on. I don't know whose fire that was, but it's still going. There's a lot of bait fish working on that corner there. You can see the little ripples here. Check this out. Actually, I'll run down there. Oh my gosh, look at them all. There is a ridiculous amount of bait in the water here. Find the bait, find the fish. That's usually the rule. Let's kick it in the ass. The amateur fly fisherman is going to put a fly in the water and see if we can't put a bend in a rod. Oh, there's bait fish everywhere, dude. Bro, that's already like a 30-meter cast right there. I'm getting the hang of this thing, eh? Hauling. Oosh. Oosh. Dude, that was big, man. That was proper. I just got to get the noodle rod out real quick. I just seen a fish come up, man. I can't cast the fly rod that far yet, but bah! I just seen this fish rise out there and he was solid, bro. That was huge, man. Dude, you want to see the size of this fish that just came up behind this lure. I've had 3 casts since I put the fly rod down, and this fish just come up behind it, like fully surfaced and went back down. Oh, that fish that just come up then, proper. Big surface behind the lure and everything. Dude, there's a fish right there. I'm not even joking. There's a fish right, come on. Come on. Come on. Dude. Literally just watching these fish swim along the bank here, man. This has got to be one of the most frustrating things ever. What I'm doing is I'm sitting up on these like higher rocks. So I've got like a little bit of a high advantage point. The water here is actually crystal clear, nothing like it was yesterday. And you see these big fish, man, they'd be 40, 50 centimeters long, swimming along the edge here, and I'm just dropping this little soft plastic in front of them, but they're just not. One of them had a little sniff, but he didn't eat it. The other ones are just passing straight by. They don't want anything to do with it. I might have to go to the, I don't know, see if I can get a fly in front of them or something a little bit more natural, but it's epic, dude. Crystal clear. Look at this, bro. I don't know what's going on with the fish around here, but we are struggling to get a fish on the deck today. So what we've done is, I've come back into this big forest. This is basically where this adventure started, and I'm just gonna go foraging. I'm gonna look for mushrooms, I'm gonna look for berries, and I'm gonna educate myself on the way as we walk. I'm gonna try not to poison or kill ourselves eating these mushrooms. There is one mushroom I know that's edible, and I'm gonna try to keep my eye out for that one. The rest, I'm a little bit sketchy on, but I'm gonna find some mushrooms, I reckon. Super prickly bush. Look at this. You don't have to go far to find food, man. Check this out. Boya. Little berry. And over here. Don't mind if I do. It's obviously early in the season, but look at all the berries, man. There's a couple on here. Thank you. That's so interesting, dude. That's what like wild pigs do back home in Australia. I reckon that's pig. There must be pigs out here. This is what like the big boars do back in Australia. Oh, look at that, bro. There's a frog. And we got 2 butts of mushrooms. Look at these things. Oh, I don't know if you can eat this, eh? That's falling apart in my hand. It's all rank. It's all rotten. Ah. I actually think that you can eat this thing. Oh, look at this. There's more. I'm pretty certain that you can eat these. But I'm not 100% certain. But I'm pretty certain. There is no shortage of mushrooms in here. There's actually mushrooms everywhere. There's black mushrooms, there's orange mushrooms, there's red mushrooms, every bloody color of the rainbow. But the mushroom that I'm looking for, I haven't seen him yet. It's the only one that I know you can actually eat. But dude, we've got miles and hours to walk to find a mushroom. The sun doesn't go down till like 10 o'clock here, 10 o'clock PM. So we've got ages, man. We've got probably another 4 hours left in the day. We'll find ourselves some mushy. Dude, look at the size of this thing. No way. Wrap your eyes around that thing. That is a ginormous mushroom. And I'm 99% sure this is the one you can eat, because see the bottom there? The bottom doesn't have those like lines. It's like a fluffy, fuzzy, how would you describe that? It almost looks like surfboard foam. I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure you can eat these mushrooms. So we're gonna take a chance. We're gonna cook this bad boy up. But that there, that's a big old mushroom, dude. We're cooking him up. I just found this beautiful flat rock. That's gonna be a plate. It's gonna be a chopping board because, to be honest, we don't have a lot of stuff out here with us right now. Look at this, mate. We've even got a nice green carpet to sit on while we do some cooking. Oh man, I'm starving. I've had no coffee today. Believe it or not, first episode ever, I think we've never had a coffee. I've had no coffee today. I've had no food today. I woke up super early and I've literally spent my entire day fishing, like fishing for nothing. So you know what's happening. Barista sessions first. So these ingredients here were supposed to be brought out to cook a fish. That's a baggie full of butter. That's a baggie with a little bit of salt in it. And we were supposed to be cooking fish with that, but you know what? I'm actually a little bit more excited about cooking this big fella up. That's gonna be gnarly, dude. That's gonna be so much more fun than eating a fish. A little bit something a little bit different. Just gonna grab a little bit of this water. Bust that water in there. Oh, there ain't nothing quite like a good cup of coffee when you're out here doing these style missions. And if you're a coffee lover, listen to this, because we have finally got the FDYS coffee, and it is on the online shop right now, ready for you guys to order. Something we've been working on for a bloody long time. This one right here is the FDYS Dark Roast. This is like a dark roasted, heavy hitting coffee. This particular bag is the drip filter, which you just seen me use then. Very good for hiking, camping, fishing. Just chuck these little drip filters in your backpack. All you gotta do is rip the tab, stick it over your cup, pour in the hot water, and just like that, you've got an incredibly good tasting coffee. And then if you want to go to the next level, which I like to do sometimes, we've also got beans. We've got bags of beans coming out. That's where we grind them up with the FDYS grinder, chuck it in the mocha pot, and mocha pot goes on the fire, and that is the hella barista session. But we've got two different flavors. We've got a dark roast and we've got a medium roast. Both of them incredibly good coffee. We've been working on it for a long time, and it's finally available for you guys. So if you guys want to check it out, fieldayshop.com. Yo. I'm not even sure where to start with this monstrosity of a mushroom. This is really hard, so I'm not going to be eating that section. Let's get rid of that. Is that good or not? It's got dots all through it. I don't know. Is that like worms, man? Not sure. Anyway, what are we going to do? Let's just cut him in half. We're eating it. So I'm just gonna lay this disgustingly dirty rag, which I've had in my backpack for about 4 years, down on the rock there, because I don't want to take the edge off this knife. I don't have a knife sharpener out here right now, but we've got a mushroom. And I'm about 99% sure those black lines there mean this mushroom has been destroyed by worms. It looks like there's like little pinholes all through it, and it's been destroyed by worms. But you know what? We're still gonna eat it. I'm not gonna eat the trunk or the stalk part, because that's just been absolutely annihilated. You can see the inside of the mushroom, still got a couple of holes in him, heaps of little worm lines, but dude, worms did never hurt anyone, did they? Maybe they did. But I'm just gonna cut this into steaks. Look at this, bro. We're eating it, I don't care. Dude, this is like seriously thick, chunky pieces of mushroom in that super buttery sauce. This is gonna be mad, dude. All right, chuck that on there. I reckon this is gonna taste mad. Wrap your eyes around this. Couple of mushies soaking in some extremely hot butter and salt. I've got it on a nice low heat there, so it's just slowly absorbing that bloody butter and salt. But that looks incredible, man. It looks like steak. And then if you just have a go at the views of the kitchen, look up there, dude. That's wild. This is one of the best kitchens ever. I've just pumped that heat up to give him a nice brown. Oh my goodness, look at the browning on that mushroom. It actually looks like steak. Nice brown charred on the outside. Yeah, dude. I actually can't wait. I'm starving. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try one of these mushrooms down here. We've got round 2 cooking in the pan on the side over there. I'm gonna go a little bit more salt, because the more salt you use, just won't taste all the worms in it, you know. Here we go. Wild mushroom straight from the bloody forest. Dude. Oh, that's actually really firm, dude. It's actually like, that's firm. Like it almost would be meat, but it's not. That's so good. Look at the inside. All right, we got round 2 of the finest mushrooms going. If there are worms in there, they have been absolutely nuked, because this is crunchy brown. Look at the color of it. It's brown and crunchy and delicious. Look at that. Dude, you're kidding. Well, that's something we don't have back home. That works hell good. Look at that. There we go. Loaded up. Big mushroom trains. That's really good, man. It's the biggest mushroom I've seen in my entire life. I wonder if they get any bigger out here. Bro. This is pretty cool, man. Eating beautiful fresh mushroom, picked freshly out of a forest. I spent the day fishing. We didn't come up trumps with the fish, but look, we ended up finding some kind of food to eat. And it's really good. Full little mushroom bombs. But look, my doggies, as always, that is it for me for this video. We ended up finding a little bit of grub. Dude, we're in Europe for a fair while, so I don't know where these videos are going to take us, but this has been super fun. I've got a whole lot to learn about fishing in this country, but that's what it's all about, man. This is living. This is the definition of living for me anyway. All right, my doggies, I'm going to see you guys in the next video, on the next adventure. If you guys want to subscribe to keep up with these European travels, bang that subscribe button. I'm going to be sitting here eating these big old wormy mushrooms. They're actually really good. Look at that. That's ridiculous. Oh, all right, Peace out. I'll see you in the next one. So. I've just been sucking. What the is going on right now? I've been walking for so long. This cold is getting to me, man. I've been sucking on these lemons that we cooked the fish with. I've been walking for so long. I'm trying to suck on these lemons to cure my throat because I can't stop coughing. Yeah, I'd suck on the lemon, the cooking fish lemon. Oh. It instantly makes me cough. Oh, I'm crook. When you walk through the woods for this long, you start to lose your f***ing mind. I have no idea where I am right now. We're just walking and walking. All right, what we're gonna do, if this thing gets stuck on one more tree, yeah. Dude, are you serious? This is messed up. It's obviously, Come on, bud. You.